This video is about decommoditizing banking programs so that you can access capital from alternative funding industries. In May, we put together a global financial event connecting issuers of letters of credit with monetizers of letters of credit, with bank CEOs and private placement providers. Welcome to a bold new era in finance. We are Alt Funds Global. Take a sneak preview of what we provided.
So we have bank CEOs on this call, we have issuers of SBLC, monetizers of SBLC, and trade platforms all in this call. How do you see the world will be different out of this group coming together?
First of all, I believe that the type of people and the high profile of the individuals that have been on this call is truly a key or an example of what the financial world is capable of in terms of having an impact in the world, a significant impact in terms of providing capital to people that have great ideas, looking to improve our world, create new ideas, new technologies, new processes, and we have there we have that potential together. We also have the potential to provide investors and people who are looking to unlock their wealth or try to grow the assets that they've gained throughout a life of working and hard dedication. We have solutions for them, and I think that the combination of individuals here have all the answers and the solutions for them. So it's very good.
For me, I think this is a great opportunity here with some like-minded individuals that building on what Fred's just mentioned there. I think our ability as a group to really democratize wealth, democratize access to capital, I think is long due, and I think we're in an ideal position here to play a part in achieving that. And from my perspective, it's certainly going to help our business to play in that space and actually deliver those sort of outcomes.
I think this is a great opportunity to driving traditional markets into the future. This is my opinion in that point, and I think it's an amazing group with some very potential to take this to another level.
All the group says it's a great opportunity with this group to see how we can aggregate value to our clients and help them to grow and have opportunity to do a lot of business, not only in their country, to see outside of their country and increase their opportunities.
You're a client of mine as of today. Wow, that's exciting. You are up to doing some good missionary work around the world. You're getting a private bank license. You're a real estate developer. Can you tell my audience a little bit about why you chose my firm? And more importantly, what is it you're doing? More importantly, because other than choosing my firm, is what is it you're doing in the world that's good for the world that people should pay attention to? And how could Alt Funds Global help you out?
So thank you, I appreciate that. You come highly recommended by people I know, and we have the same values of transparency and honesty and being forthright. I'm a no frills guy who just likes to get work done. I have no interest in being shady or sneaky. I just like being honest and like getting to work. And so me and my wife, we started going, we actually took our honeymoon to Kenya in 2005, and we noticed that they're very entrepreneurial there. We felt a call and a need, so we started a microfinance group called Growth Group. God reaches out with these hands. And over time, we self-funded the whole thing. I worked as a nuclear engineer contractor at a nuke plant, and I'd take a couple grand a month and I would send it over there. And over time, we started 300 small businesses that changed entire communities. Basically, if I gave you 500 days worth of your current salary and told you to invest it in your passion, you probably could do pretty well with it. And that's what we did in Kenya, because the dollar is so strong to the Kenyan shilling. I gave them 500 days of their salary in one chunk, had them fill out a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, and a 4-pager, make it simple. And they just took off and they ran with it. They did really well. I started with the local leader, and then I started, after he was successful, or she, then their leadership team and so forth. So I took a top-down approach that used the existing social structure that existed. There was no anonymity here. Everyone knew everyone, and they knew to keep each other accountable. So that was my built-in accountability system. Now I'm looking to like 10x or really like a million exit. And I'm working with the White House in Kenya. I'm working with the governors doing they call it a manifesto over there. In American, we don't say manifesto. That's for like bombers. But English-speaking people in England say manifesto. It means business plan. And so we're basically doing their business plan for ambulances, hospitals, wells, schools, whatever they need, right? So I'm really here to make a ton of money and to deploy, not just give, but deploy actively 90% of it and then see the world change. So I'm really focused in on Kenya, Uganda, Nigeria, Malawi, South Africa, and I'm talking with the government in Namibia as well. But there's just a lot of needs. So if we can make great sums and returns, we can deploy and help change the lives of many people. So that's kind of my why, my mission. And I've been at this about 20 years now. I'm 42. I started in my 20s. And so it just helps. You don't have to wait till you're old to start doing something in the world. You can be activated early in life. And so now I've got over 20 years experience doing this, and I've got another 40 to go. So I'll spend my life doing this kind of thing.
God bless your soul. God bless your family. What are some support you're going to need from my community? Because the only reason I get up to come to work is not to help billionaires become trillionaires. It's to serve people like you.
Yeah.
I want to make a great contribution to the world and say, here's my knowledge, here's my resources.
Yeah.
Okay, use it. What are some resources, support that you need that I can make it available to my followers or to my network?
Right. I need 25 million. What it will do, literally, it will change the entire nation. All the maize is grown there. They ship it to Mombasa, which is on the coast. They lose stuff to spoilage. It falls off the truck. The gasoline to get it there and back is really expensive. What we're going to do, and I've already got approval to do it, I've met with a very famous politician that owns 300 acres. He's 83. He's like, if you do this food mill here, building a food mill locally where they grow it, it'll change. Kenya will be a friend to you. I'll be a friend to you. And for life. I said, done. We'll put up a food mill and it'll lower the cost of food prices in Kenya. If you haven't watched, it's probably not on your local news. They're rioting. They were rioting when I was there. The president and the opposition leader were going at it. Literally, it would fix the nation's problems of why they were rioting. We could do it today. We could do it right now. And everything's ready to go. And the big one that the governor's mind is on, we're building urgent cares with ambulances because the maternity deaths are too high as they come in to deliver. They're dying en route or the hospital's too far away. And so we're building urgent cares, little smaller hospital units out from the regional, and then ambulances as well, along with roads, because if you don't have roads, what good is an ambulance? So all of that together is 25 million. It's ready to go. Like right now, I've got people on the ground in that county right now as we speak, and it would change the entire nation. So 25 million, it's actually not that much.
First of all, I'm thankful for some of my clients who I know who introduced you and me to each other, and I love it. And I can't wait till me and my network to share a piece of this journey with you. It sounds like really exciting. It's really awesome.
It's super cool.
Welcome, friends. Now I want to take a minute and answer some of your recently frequently asked questions. The first question, I guess, Taimour, we're learning a lot from your YouTube channel. We are really grateful. How do we learn more? Is there an opportunity for us to fly down to meet your team, see if you're a real human person like that? And so my answer to that is, first of all, I'm a published author. I published multiple books on structured financing, hypergrowth, making money on currency wars. So I recommend going on Amazon, looking at some of the books that I've published and purchasing that and reading a lot of content that we don't publish on YouTube. The second is to become a member at All Funds Global. Once you're a registered member, you'll get access to exclusive webinars that, once again, we don't publish that on YouTube. We have very specific content on very specific process, services, and strategies that we offer only on webinars that we don't do on YouTube. The third one is that once you become a member, you get access to a lot of offshore banking, private banking, VIP events that we run. And it's a great way to meet us physically, us and our team, get a chance to hang out with us for a few days or a month or a week or however long we are at that offshore site.
The next question I get a lot is, hey Taimour, what's the big deal about getting a private banking license? Why are you so passionate about this? Imagine you have a coffee shop and I have a coffee shop, and our coffee shops are like, like side by side, and we're buying the coffee from the same brewer. There's no competition between you and me. Imagine you have a banking license and I don't. If you have a private bank license, imagine if you made $500,000 and I made $500,000. You would take your $500,000 and you would deposit with a central bank in the jurisdiction that you have a private banking license for. So typically when you deposit, let's say $500,000 with the central bank will give your private bank a line of credit at 10 times multiples. So now that $500,000 becomes a $5 million line of credit that you get. If you take out that $5 million line of credit and go to whichever country you work with, let's say in Europe or somewhere, and you say, hey, I want to grow my coffee business. I need funding for something called project financing. And when you want to buy real estate, you put down 20% and the bank gives you the other 80% in form of a loan. Similar kind of deal. I'm putting out $5 million as a down payment. You, Mr. Bank, give me the other amount of money I need, and so you get a $20 million loan. It's a loan, it's not free money, but I want to compare you and me with each other. I only made $500,000, you got a $20 million loan. Can you outperform me in advertising and hiring better people, in investing in technology? Plus, when you have a private banking license, you can structure a lot of really cool things like asset-backed securities, mortgage-backed securities. Like you can make a lot of money on your assets, just like banks do. And so it gives you a lot of advantages to build a business that is financially free, that grows at an exponential level, that a business that doesn't have a private bank license could not do that. Another frequently asked question I get a lot is, Taimour, why is your organization charging us a consultation fee? If you guys are making money and structuring a transaction, if you're making money upon performance, why do you charge me an upfront consultation fee? I don't get it. So the reason we charge a consultation fee is, first of all, we publish our content completely for free on YouTube. This is our commitment for global transformation to humanity, to publish our content completely for free on various platforms, including YouTube. What that does is that it attracts a lot of scammers, it attracts a lot of tire kickers, it even attracts people that have some mental health challenges, as well as some of this market, some of the customers that we would want to build a relationship with. And so when we charge a consultation fee up front, it removes the tire kickers, the people that are scammers, the people that have mental health issues. The second thing is, in many of the countries that consume our YouTube videos, Allfunds Global does not have securities licenses in many of these jurisdictions around the world. So when we charge an upfront consultation fee, it is like you are hiring a lawyer when you have a case that you want the lawyer to work on. You're hiring the lawyer upfront, you're paying the lawyer upfront fee, and so that is what we do. When we charge an upfront consultation fee, if the regulator contacts us from that jurisdiction, we can say we were not soliciting because the client approached us and the client hired us for experience and expertise. The big thing you do want to know is that 100% of the consultation fees is completely refunded upon a transaction being completed. This removes anybody who's not serious, doesn't have a solid business plan, doesn't have a solid asset. It becomes a limit. So 100% of the consultation fees refunded upon a transaction happening. It eliminates any securities, jurisdictional issues that we may be facing because our content is consumed worldwide. And it also removes a lot of fraudsters and people that are tire kickers from our ecosystem for sure. Another question I get a lot is, Taimour, talk to me about deepfake. Deepfake in the financial services industry is a concern for me. How can you protect us, our customer information, our transaction, as well as yourself? So the truth is, in the world of internet, it's not a financial services problem, it's an internet problem. I myself can tell you if I have 300 followers on YouTube, I may not have an issue. But once I hit 3 million followers or 30 million followers, the internet by itself will attract people that want to pretend to be me. Now, this is, if I want to talk about financial services, whether you're Bank of America, PayPal, or any of the large institutions, you will unfortunately have fraudsters who will try to replicate a bank's website, email address, or something like that, just to get customer information so they can fraud customers. I want to tell you, for me, in my industry, alternative funding, I have a lot of legitimate competitors. Within Alphonse Global, we have a lot of legitimate competitors that have been in the business far longer than I have. They produce results, they're hardworking, honest people, and I know them, we know each other. And unfortunately, there's been a lot of fraudsters or people that may have not had good experiences that have gone on some fake website and have made fraudulent claims about our competitors. And in many cases, they even unfortunately have litigations against them. In the United States, please fact check what I'm sharing with you. In the United States has 3% of the world's population and has 80% of the world's lawyers. The United States has 3% of the world's population, has 80% of the world's lawyers. So we have a lot of our competitors who are legitimate players, but they have this fruitless lawsuits around them for no reason whatsoever. Now, within Alphonse Global, I've always claimed that the reason we don't, as of the date of this video, the reason we don't have any lawsuits against us or some website claiming we're fraudulent players is simply because it's been a lack of my vision. The PR answer I do need to give is that we hire people that have high integrity and we always operate by the book and like nonsense like that. And that's, honestly, that's just nonsense. The reason that we don't have any lawsuits as of the date of shooting this video or people claiming we're fraudsters is simply because Taimour, my vision as a founder of a company has been very limited. I wasn't trying to shake the tree. If you look at all the companies you work with, if you consume Tylenol, if whatever car you drive, Ford, Mercedes-Benz, if you use Google, look at all the companies you work with every single day. All of them have litigations against them as part of growing a business. And so as I develop leaders within our organization, my leaders will do whatever my leaders do. We have over 800 brokers that the 800 brokers will do and say whatever they do and say. And it's bound to happen at some point in the future, unfortunately, that some customer will misunderstand something, not understand private banking, not understand something, or a competitor that will say, hey, Alphonse Global is growing really fast. Let me go on some websites and claim that these people are fraudsters or some nonsense like that. And so my invitation around deepfake for you is to buy concern. Always do your own due diligence on people you want to work with, including our competitors. Let that, listen to intuition, ask the what, why, who, where, when, like that. And if you can afford to hire private investigators to even work with or investigate the people you want to work with, I highly recommend. Next question I get is, Taimour, if we want to work with Alphonse Global, what are all the services you can offer us, from intergenerational wealth and global banking services to stab matters of credit? Like, what are all the services you can offer us? The truth is, I don't know about you. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're up to. I don't know what your core values are. So I can't offer a frequently asked question not knowing what every case is about. What I can tell you within Alphonse Global, our mission, our vision in life, the purpose of our business is, how do we help businesses become self-funded for life? How do we help businesses become self-funded for life? Now, this is not a new concept. There's hundreds and thousands, if not millions, of companies out there that are self-funded for life. So if I had $50,000 to $500,000, I would probably look at an income accelerator program where I can work with a Forex trader, I can make an investment with a Forex trader, and not with Alphonse Global. You're not making an investment with Alphonse Global. Please do not hear this as solicitation. I'm not soliciting. If I had $50,000 to $500,000, I would look for an income accelerator program, a Forex program that I can put money with, and the intention is not an investment thing per se, but the vision is, how do I become a self-funded business by having multiple revenue streams? And so income accelerator program does that. If I had $500,000 or more, like $500,000 to maybe $10 million, I would certainly look at managed buy sell programs of buying instruments, leasing instruments, monetizing them and keeping a spread for myself, I would for sure do that. If I had more than $10 million, again, please don't hear that solicitation. It's not. I'm just telling you the things that I would do. I would definitely look at a private placement program where the money is blocked in my account. Once you're into one of these programs, the second thing I think it would be appropriate for you to do is to really look for a consulting firm like Alphonse Global and say, how can you help structure something for intergenerational wealth, our global banking services? This is probably a service that you can't ask your chief financial officer to do or your lawyer to do. You need somebody like us that has a global reach, that has banking experiences, that has asset protection experiences to structure something that is useful for you. Some other things that I would do is I would definitely reach out to Alphonse Global, that would be our firm. I said, do you have a mastermind group or do you have advisory services for some of the things that you guys do and how you could be helpful to us? Those will be some of the frequently when people ask me, well, what are some things you could do for a company? That's my general answer. That's non-solicited. My name is Taimour Zaman from Alphonse Global. On behalf of my team, my staff, our stakeholders, I want to say thank you for trusting us. I want to say thank you for checking us out, and hopefully we look forward to the opportunity of being of service.